But I do want to ask, from your assessment, where is this football team better than they were last year? We're not talking about coaching staffs. We're not talking about head coaches and what they bring to the table. Just in terms of the talent on the roster, where do you see opportunities where, hey, this football team can go out on the road, play the best of the best, and still come out with double-digit wins? Where's this football team better, Christian?
Well, I think that when you take the big picture, look at it. A lot of the players that are going to be impact players are guys that have been on the roster for the last couple of years. So in terms of like an overall personnel aspect, there's not a ton. I mean, obviously the addition of DJ Reed is kind of the huge trademark move that they made this offseason, right? You've got somebody who can at the very least be a solid number two cornerback. And if Terrion Arnold doesn't take the jump that some think he will, then now DJ Reed's your number one, and he's a guy you can feel good about. And he seems to fit Detroit and their style like a glove. So I'm excited to see that. That's one big area. Another big area is the fact that you spent a large portion of the second half of the season without some of your best players. I mean, we're talking about Aiden Hutchinson, who was out starting in week 6. Alex Anzalone missed a huge chunk. Aleem McNeil in week 15. A lot of these guys were injured, and now most of them, obviously McNeil's probably going to miss the start of the year. Malcolm Rodriguez maybe out till November. But you talk about guys like Hutchinson and Anzalone, if he gets that new deal worked out and can get it back in the action for training camp. Obviously expecting him to play in the regular season. Terrion Arnold with another year of development. Ennis Rakestraw is healthy. You're talking about some pieces in that defense that can really help you out in ways that they couldn't a year ago. So the overall health of the defense is one big area. And then another year of guys like St. Brown. Jameson Williams is obviously in a better spot going into 2025 than he was going into 2024. Jahmyr Gibbs has kind of asserted himself as that number one lead back. Is he going to be somebody who carries the ball 30 times a game? Probably not. And they're doing that to preserve his longevity with that kind of running back by committee. But he's a dynamic threat to score every time he touches the ball. And then Jared Goff with the motivation of having, laid an egg, for lack of a better term, in that divisional round loss. He's going to be fired up and ready to get back at it. A lot of the faces remain the same, but the motivations, the health, things like that are all in a much better place. And now we're talking about a Lions team that's hungry and ready to get it done in 2025.
Exactly. And you hit on a lot of great points. The areas where this team's better is the expectation is that the growth of talented football players
Mm-hmm.
will get even better with Jahmyr Gibbs, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta maybe being even more of a focal point of the offense. And then you get the development of Ennis Rakestraw, Terrion Arnold, and Derek Barnes returning. So there's development that this football team is expected to have with the coaching staff. And when you already got talented players that kind of already understand the basics of the scheme, now you're getting into next level. And so a lot of these guys, the core of this football team, is now taking that next step forward.